Hello and welcome back to my Let's Take a Look at UnderRail. So Ezra is the guy who can sell you a hacksaw. It's charged up now, and now we can open the electronically closed boxes. Finally. Quickly talk to Harold. I think he has a trap blueprint. We are interested in a bear trap. Yeah, we will take that. So now we can make traps. We need metal and optional poison. I don't think we have either right now, but at least we can make the bear trap if we have the components. Next stop, agronomy level. Brad has a new mission for us, a hopper roundup. And I think there's a guy who we didn't talk to yet. So maybe let's do that real quick. It's in this room. He is in this room. It's Quinton. And a rangy man with long hair cutting a part of a creature's head. A moment later, red blood mixed with some greenish fluid drips out of the cut, and the man extracts a long spine. As he puts it inside, he notices you. Careful, you don't want to get in contact with this toxin. My name's Quinton, don't bother introducing yourself. I know who you are, you're Angus, and you got just admitted to the station. That is correct. I'd shake your hand, but you can see why that would not be a good idea. So what kind of creature is that? It's a burrower, a nasty creature that digs around, laying eggs all over the place. They are numerous deeper underground, but you can still find a few roaming the lower UnderRail and the surrounding caves. If you meet one, be careful. It will spit thick hard spines at you that are coated with poison. Alright, thanks for the tip. Do you have anything to trade? And he wants to buy ladders and the psi boosters. That's very nice. Well, apparently something is wrong with our psi boosters. Nobody wants to have them. They are highlighted as something Quinton would be interested in, but apparently not. Doesn't matter, let's sell a ladder. Right now we have 1 credit, so we can probably not afford this blueprint. He has a few blueprints for special bolts. Very interesting, but they are much too expensive. So we will sell the 2 ladders and keep it at that. For now, we will return later and get the special bolt blueprints. And Big Brett has a mission for us. So you've passed all the tests. It couldn't be easy. Those were getting harder and harder in recent years. Yeah, they were pretty hard tests, but I like challenges. Yeah, you're going to love it here then. So what brings you to the pens? Well, I've been tasked with helping you with hopper roundup. Very good. Say, have you ever captured a hopper? Nope. I'll go to the storage room. You can get some dog crates. You'll need them to hold your quarry. Getting them inside won't be easy. As soon as they sense you, they'll scurry off and crawl to the crevices in the cave wall. So you need to sneak up on them and immobilize them with a net. You'll find those at the storage room as well. Take as many as you need. You can also try to sneak up on them, but it's not easy. Your hunting ground is the Mushroom Cove, south from the Crossroad Watch. And he needs 3 healthy specimens. Good luck. And oh, by the way, I also sent a young man named Newton to catch some hoppers. It's been a while. See if you can find him and learn what's taking him so long. So why do you need more hoppers? Looks like you have plenty back there. Yeah, well, inbreeding makes hoppers susceptible to disease. It's necessary to freshen up the gene pool with new specimens as often as possible. And who's Newton? Well, he's just like you, a newcomer who needs to learn the basics of what it takes for this station to operate. I've sent him to catch hoppers. He should have been back by now though. I hope he hasn't gotten himself into some sort of trouble. Well, he probably has. So please, look for him while you're there. I'll get right on it, Brett. We need the dog crates and the throwing nets. Apparently. And this is a combat utility. This isn't. So the dog crates are not the dog crates. Can be put on the action bar, that's probably best. And throwing nets are a combat utility. Very useful for immobilizing enemies. Are off to the caves, so open the gate please. Maybe we can get some tips from old Jonas on the enemies we will meet. So a quick chat with old Jonas. Back again, what can I do for you? Well, I got some more questions about the tunnels and more specifically the creatures. Tell me about the cave hoppers. Well, they are harmless, quite tasty. You find them near lakes. That is where they find their favorite food. They can be hard to hunt down because they are fast. And if you are looking to catch or kill one, best tactic is to hide and ambush them. And side beetles, well, that's a critter you want to steer clear of. They can sling all kinds of psionics at you. Pretty dangerous. If you bump into one, you might be able to take it, but it'll literally cause you a headache. And 2, you better start retreating while you can. At least they're not fast, so you should be able to evade them. If you run into 3, it's probably already too late. Because when you are in a group, they start throwing crazier and crazier stuff your way. The more of them join the fight. And if you must fight them, try to get close and personal. They're not comfortable with exposing their massive brains to psionics while people are near them. And instead they will just bite you, which is less dangerous. And let's see, shadow crawlers. Nasty insects. They surprise their victims by injecting them with a dose of paralyzing venom. That sounds nasty. And then they'll eat you. Well, they are very rare, that's good. We will be on the lookout for them. So if you tips on how to fight the hoppers and side beetles. The hopper roundup is, well, basically part 2 of the introductory quest. It introduces you to a more dangerous enemy, specifically the side beetle. And west for the junkyard, east for Camp Hathor. We don't want to go there right now. Who goes there? It's Angus, the new guy. I recognize you now. What are you doing here? I've been instructed to round up some hoppers from the Mushroom Cove. Am I heading the right way? You are. Be careful, there are side beetles, if you haven't been warned already. Well, I will be careful. Thanks for the warning. So first up, catching a few hoppers. If you have stealth, this is actually pretty easy. Stealth, engage combat and use the dog crate and you capture a hopper. There's no need for the throwing net, so you can save those for real enemies. Of course, this only works if you have stealth. Engage combat and use the dog crate. One remaining. And job done. Now let's find this Newton. The middle-aged man, tall and white-shouldered, stands by the coast, smoking a cigar and observing the calm water. As you come near, he turns around. He eyes you for a moment, maintaining an indifferent expression, then speaks to you in a low, raspy voice. Don't stomp around, you're scaring the fish away. You're the guy that was running tennis tests, right? Angus, was it? I guess you got admitted. Yeah, and who are you? I'll tell you that, but then I have to kill you. Just call me Mordry. In that case, Mordry will do. Good. So how's the fishing going? Could be better. I was hoping to catch some deep eels, but I forgot to bring meat. And eels don't care for worms much. Alright. So what kind of meat do you need? Any meat will do, but raw red meat works best. I could hunt down a hopper, but I cannot leave the rods unattended. Well, I'll get you some meat, Mordry. That would be great. And for killing them, same method is used. Sneak up on them and then it's pretty easy. And we got some hopper leather. and some meat for Mordry. Something you need. I've brought you some meat for the eels. Good. You want to trade it? Sure. What can you offer? How about a health hypo? Well, that sounds fair. We don't have the mercantile skill, so I'll take the hypo. And I'll leave you to it, Mordry. Good luck with the fishing. 3 cave hoppers. We have done that. Now to find Newton. And this part of the quest will introduce you to the side beetles. A step up from the red hounds. A small step up. And there's our first victim. As you can see, normal crossbow shots do not do a lot of damage. Yeah, and 2 misses in a row doesn't help matters much. I think they actually lowered the damage a little bit for the release version. I think they did 20 something in alpha or early access. Two crits in a row, that's great. And these can be used for crafting, the mind shrooms. And we bumped into a hopper while in stealth. That removes stealth, as you would expect. Yeah, we need to get a little bit closer to improve the chance to hit. This should be it. And a blood trail. Seems like Newton got himself into trouble. Trilobite fossil. That's a new oddity. periscope part also new, and a frag grenade. Excellent. And I think there are 2 or 3 beetles inside. And the components we need for making a crossbow and a ballistic panel. Plasma core. Good components and an oddity. Good find. And the switch is stuck. So not a lot of light in this building means probably less chance to hit. Although this was pretty high, 95. Yeah, get into close range, they don't like that. Well, maybe a little bit more to get a good chance to hit. And 2 shots were normally enough to kill a red hound. Well, these side beetles can take a lot more. A normal shot does not a lot of damage. And you will probably need to use some health hypos in this mission. Few more components. Lots of crafting stuff found so far, that's good. Now we'll sneak past that last beetle for now and check out the rest of the building first. Well, there are actually 2 left. Yeah, I think they nerfed, to use that word, the side beetles a little bit. They seem to do a little bit less damage as before. Still, they can be pretty dangerous. Yeah, the action bar is already completely full. And this is accessible when you press the Alt key. So you have 8 more spots for your alternative action bar. And an old diver's helmet, another new oddity. 1 left and we got a new level. And I think we can make a crossbow now. We have the components needed. Well, we do not seem to have the optional components, but we can make a Zephyr crossbow. The one we use now is a little bit damaged. And a new one created. Very nice. Now, the blood trail. Where is Newton? And there he is. A terrified man leaps out of the dark corner and begins slashing the air in front of him. His shirt and pants are stained with blood, and you see a piece of cloth tied around his thigh, below which a large wound grins. An instant passes, the man retracts his knife and stares at you. A sigh of relief precedes his words. It's not a thigh bug. Thank goodness. Are you Newton? Big Brett sent me out to look for you. You've been out of SGS for a while now. Yes, I'm Newton. Don't even mention Big Brett to me. He sent me to catch these stupid hoppers. I guess I went too far to the west and ran into thigh bugs. He never told me about them. Why didn't you run away? I did, but the bugs surrounded me and I ended up in this place. And I cut my leg somewhere along the way. I stopped this stupid bleeding, but I can barely walk. Why the hell are we still talking? Can you get rid of all those bugs so I can safely get out of here? I can't run, I certainly can't fight. Well, sure. I'll be back once the road is clear, Newton. You just wait here. And there is 1 side beetle remaining somewhere around there. Well, there he is already. This should be it. Alright. I don't think we got any loot from the side beetles we killed, by the way. No. But it was the last of them. So Newton, you can walk back safely. Did you kill all of them? Yeah, they're all dead. Let's get you out of here. Great, I want to get the hell out of here as soon as possible. that's probably it for this building. So the second introductory quest, difficulty a little bit higher, not much. And we should probably report back to Brett or Tanner, not sure. And the mission you will get after this will be a lot more difficult. I guess you can call it a difficulty spike. Still, I think these two quests do a good job of introducing you to some of the combat mechanics. Now let's do see Tanner. Another successful mission. Return to Tanner. Yes, we should talk to Tanner. Angus, and he doesn't give me an option to talk about the Hopper mission, so I guess we need to talk to Brett first. And tell him the good news. Well, we got your hoppers. Excellent, here's your payment. So, would you like to name them? You're kidding. Well, I have to name them anyway, so I can keep track of them. Alright then. Breakfast, lunch and dinner. So be it. And what about Newton? Well, he ran into some side beetles, had to hide in an abandoned warehouse. I had to help him get back here. He hurt his leg a bit, but he will survive. Pascali is patching him up. I told him to be careful, not to wander off too far. Well, glad he's alright, and thank you for helping him. As far as all as I'm concerned, you can go back to Tanner. Alright, and with that, I'll end the video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.